Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us at Boom TV. My name is Peter Loboda, and I'll be your temporary host for today's show. I'm very excited to be out from behind the cameras today, so our regular host, Tom Conklin, can join his band, the Matchstick Architects. The Matchstick Architects have been in this area for quite a while now, playing their unique brand of rock and roll, blues, and folk. So now, please, join us for the Matchstick Architects.
One, two, three. And when you see the tears, you'll get the point, my dear. That's how you know you're alive. The train comes rolling down, never leaves the station again. Don't worry, I'll be by your side. It's not by choice. Love's so elusive, so hard to come by, so hard to keep. I only know it feels a moment whenever you speak my name. Oh, speak my name. You say the world is round, I say it's upside down. How will we ever survive? My heart is black and blue, while yours is shiny and new. I think it's time for goodbyes. It's not by choice. Love's so elusive, so hard to come by, so hard to keep. I only know it feels a moment whenever you speak my name. Oh, speak my name. It's not by choice. Love's so elusive, so hard to come by, so hard to keep. I only know it feels a moment whenever you speak my name. Whenever you speak my name. Oh, speak my name. We are the Matchstick Architects, and we're happy to be here today. And we're going to do a bunch of stuff off of our debut CD, and also a lot of new stuff that will be on our next CD. So and this is actually one of those tunes. This is called Starry Skies. Ah, Sometimes your heart gets crushed and broken. Sometimes you lose your way back home. Sometimes you have to cut your losses. Sometimes the cut goes to the bone. That's when love becomes the shining beacon, the long embrace, the starry sky. Love is always running through us, traveling at the speed of light. Love begins us and it ends us, and it sums us up inside. Oh, this is how the world keeps turning, from now until the end of time. That's when love becomes the shining beacon, the long embrace, the starry sky. Love is always running through us, traveling at the speed of light. Traveling at the speed of light.
The Matchstick Architects. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Tom Conklin, would you like to introduce your band really quick?
I could do that, sure.
Here, have a steak mic.
Can I have one of these? Okay,
Yeah, okay.
I'll take it. Well, as Peter said, I'm Tom Conklin. I play lead guitar here in the band, and start with the back here. Dennis Cotton, our drummer. Amazing Dennis Cotton. We love him. Diane Davis over here, Di Davis, our lovely bass player. She's incredible. I like to give little compliments as I do this. And, of course, Dora Maloney, one of the best vocalists I've ever heard in my life, on acoustic guitar here and lead vocal. Yeah.
It's good to be here. I'm really excited that you're able to make it. This marks a milestone for us here at Boom TV. We've never had a large band like this, and we've been working really hard to get our sound right, so we're hoping you and our audience is going to enjoy this a lot.
I think so. We're happy to be here. Thanks so much for having us. Peter, this is great. Thank you.
You're actually, because you're on this side of the microphone, you're making me leave the back where
That's right.
I'm really comfortable not being seen anymore.
Exactly.
To the front. So it's like, wow, thanks for...
I'm usually standing where you are.
Yeah, right. Well,
It's nice to be over here every once in a while.
well, I'm excited that you're here. I love your music. Speaking about sound and everything, you have a rather unique sound. Tell us how you've created that sound.
Wow, that's a big question. I don't know if I know how to answer that. Well, yeah, how much time do we have? Well, right, yes.
So apparently there's a lot of electricity involved, and got to be careful not to step on the sound person's wires. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
Magnets, yeah.
Magnets. Magnets are good. But yeah, basically, it started off with Darlene and I as a duo. And, we always had in the back of our minds that we wanted to expand things and actually have a band. And, I thought we did okay together for a while. And then we decided, hey, let's find some folks. I think Diane found us on Craigslist, right? Of all places.
How much did you have to pay for him? Yeah. Well, was it a good deal, or because I don't know how much I would pay. $5, yeah.
Right. And, well, anyway, so Diane joined the band, and thank God for that, because she's been just everything we've ever wanted in a bass player, and a technical person for sure.
We'll be talking to her more about that in later segments.
Okay. And Dennis, after going through many drummers over, well, it might have been 36, but maybe you're, yeah. But, we went through several drummers, and for various reasons, they didn't work out. And we had a great drummer for a while named Paul, who was with us for a while, who recorded some stuff with us. And he moved away. And we were desperate to find somebody, and we had a couple things in between. But make a long story short, Diane knew Dennis, and eventually was able to get him to want to come aboard. And so we're so happy that those two knew each other. Yes, it wasn't that. We didn't have to give you that much money, right? I don't think.
I'm a musician, I'll take anything.
Exactly. Oh, $100. Oh.
Cheap is good sometimes.
Yeah, so anyway, he's with us now, and we're so happy. He's amazing, and he just, I can't even say enough about him. He's very humble, yes.
Well, he's all the notches in his belt musically, but
My wife is listening.
musically.
Musical notches.
That's
so
right, musical
either he's going to
notches.
ask for a pay raise, or they're going to cut your pay because, well, you can eat compliments apparently, right?
Right.
Okay, well, let's go right into some more music now, and then we'll talk with other band members and see if they have the same story you do.
I doubt it.
Don't want you like I do, but I do. I don't want to need you like I do, but I do. Everything is wrong. Will it ever change? Waiting on a heartache every day. I don't want to need you like I do, but I do. I don't want to say it, 'cause it's true. It's true. Everything is wrong. Will it ever change? Waiting on a heartache every day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything is wrong. Will it ever change? Waiting on a heartache every day. I don't want to love you waiting on a heartache every day. Hello, won't you sit down? Tell me what brings you around. Well, you've been chasing something wild for a long time. Oh, you better let it go now. By the wayside, by the wayside now. Tuning in and tuning out again. Thinking that the start just might be the end. Well, you've been here before, my friend, with your hands tied. Oh, you better let it go now. By the wayside, by the wayside, yeah. It's best now to conceive before your heart takes leave. The only thing you'll ever know is when it comes to letting go by the wayside. By the wayside, yeah. Tuning in and tuning out again. Bending till there's nothing left to give. Well, you've been here before, my friend, with your hands tied. Oh, you better let it go now. By the wayside, by the wayside, yeah. Hello, won't you sit down?
Now, when you write music, do you have a specific method? Do you guys sit down at like 2 o'clock on a Friday and say, okay, we're going to go crank out a few hits? Or does it just pop out in your head at midnight sometime, or what?
Well, I mean, a little bit of both. We did end up writing Broken during a band practice, and we didn't intend to write a song that day, but it just came out. which I think is probably the nicest way for it to happen. And then once I was hired to write a song, and I actually came through, which was nice because there's a lot of pressure there too. Like,
Sure.
we need a
Commission
song,
work.
and you have to,
You
exactly.
have to deliver.
But I think, Tom and I have written some stuff, and I think collectively, now that we have Dennis on board, we can do a whole lot more band writing. But for me, morning time, I just want to say, is my best time for writing. So.
So morning is a good time
Yes,
for you. Now,
yeah.
do you do lyrics first? Do you create a poem and then turn it into a song? What is that particular method?
Usually it's the music first, or I'll just be sitting playing, fooling around, and then the lyrics will come out. Sometimes the lyrics get changed, but a lot of times what comes out in the beginning is usually sticks for the most part. So that's kind of nice too. So just have a little recorder going, and if I pick up something good, then, I bring it to the band. Same thing with Tom. He's been writing some stuff too. So yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time calculating the key and the key changes and various coloration of your lyrics, or does it just seem like, well, this sounds like it needs to be a little slower, so I'll change the tempo? Is it automatic or is it calculated?
And no, it can be a little bit of both, and I can agonize over a song for way too long, like 4 years worth of agonizing over a song that actually was fine, and nothing needed to be changed. And I think I find the more that I write, the more you kind of have to follow your gut, like a lot of things in life. If it feels good the first time, don't worry about it being like hokey or whatever. Keep it, because it's kind of how it was meant to be. So I try not to do too much of that.
Do you have a lot of feedback from your audience, from your fans on your music, and does that have any kind of an influence in a direction you might head?
Not really. I think we're an interesting band because we like a lot of different styles, so that comes into our songs, and you can tell like there's a lot of different stuff going on. Some's rocky, some's slow. I suppose if we were on tour and huge, then yeah, absolutely. Kidding. But I think I like it when people come up and say, "Hey, I could really relate to that song," or I really, it sounds like you wrote it for me. That's always nice because that's really what you want in the end is for people to relate, I think, to your music and the lyrics. So.
Out of all your children, out of all your songs,
no.
You're walking away from me because you don't want to answer this one. And it's just, I know sometimes it's an unfair question to ask an artist what their favorite piece of art is, but do you have one right now that speaks to you the most?
I think Ready speaks to me the most out of all, if I had to pick, because that's just about, all the stuff that goes on in life and just kind of being ready for anything and being tough and getting through stuff and surviving and all of that. So I think for me, that's the one that I relate to probably the most.
Great. Well, let's go ahead and hear some more music now from the Matchstick Architects.
This is actually a song that I started to write after my mom had passed away. And it helped me get through that, and that's always a difficult thing to, get through when a loved one passes. But that's what musicians do. They write music, and it helps them. And this helped me. I just wrote the chords and put the song together structurally, and then handed it over to Dar, who came up with some great lyrics for it. Again, not really about a passing in any way, really, but. Just some nice lyrics, and I think you'll appreciate it, and that we can relate to it as musicians because it's basically about, well, this thing right here, in most ways anyway, and it's called Miles Beyond Heartbroken.
Miles beyond heartbroken, out where the guitars play, there's a room that no one sits in, as if it's on display. Everything is as it once was. Nothing is disturbed. A time warp of memory that never fades away. Reminds us of the price we had to pay. Miles beyond unspoken, years past no return. There's something broken in me that makes me start to yearn for the days when I was younger. I had so much fun, and I have never been so loved before. So safe and so secure in my world. Miles beyond heartbroken, out where the guitars play, there's a place that I know of that's not so far away. I found my reason for being lies between the wood and steel, and every note I wrote is gonna save me, 'cause I have never felt so alive before. When my mama was younger, her mama took her by the hand. She said, darling, don't you ever waste your worry when that big old world starts closing in. Think about life, what's important. It's only
so much older. You know, I think I understand. The meaning of life is living simply. Don't know that I'm doing the best I can. It's all about lighting up the darkness. It's all about love and making friends. Little things, oh, they make life worth living. Little things, oh, well, I just can't deny. Little things, oh, well, the taking and giving. The little things, oh, yeah, making it hanging around. How do you feel about it now? You know, you just can't live without the air and love. Well, the little thing. How do you feel about it now? You know, you just can't live without the ebb and flow. Little things, oh, they make life worth living. Little things, oh, well, I just can't deny. Little things, oh, well, the taking and giving. The little things, oh, yeah, they keep me hanging around. Hanging around. Hanging around. Hanging around. Hanging around.
All right, Matchstick Architects. Once again, so excited to have you guys here on Boom TV. And we're kind of making it all the way down the line here to talk to the different members. And second from the last, but not second from the least, have no idea what that means, is Di Davis.
Hi, great to be here.
I'm glad that you made it. I've worked with you in the past on some shows, and in a technical capacity, every band has one, and you are
I'm the geek.
it. You are the geek. So what's it like to be the tech geek?
I don't know.
Go ahead, hold that up to your mouth.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, you're a tech geek, actually.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah. I don't know how to use one
a
of these things.
microphone. Right. You set them up for people, and you holler at them when they don't use it right, but you can't use it yourself.
No, not a clue.
All right, audio engineer, heal thyself. So, how long you been working on tech geek stuff?
I started working in the theater at the junior high school in ninth grade, doing sound and lighting, and have been doing it ever since. Doing theater work, and eventually got into doing video and film. Worked in a couple of television studios, and then eventually launched my own recording studio, which was where we recorded our album.
Wow, very nice. And which album was that?
All That's in Between.
All That's in Between. Wow. How long did it take you to record your album?
Consecutive minutes or years?
Yeah. See, I always love independent musicians when I ask them, how long you been doing this, and how long did it take you to get a project done? It's like, done? Okay, we'll say it's done, and it took like my whole life.
One brushstroke too many.
Yeah, right. How did you ever start in music?
My brothers had a band, and their bass player quit. I was 10 years old. They said, yeah, it's only got 4 strings. Yeah, give it a try. And I've been playing bass ever since.
Nice, nice. Do you regret playing bass?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's family-friendly TV. heck no.
When we're setting everything up, we were talking a little bit, and you mentioned that your family is musical.
Oh yes, my father played guitar, banjo, auto harp, harmonica, just about everything.
How many of
And
those do you play in addition to your bass?
all of them.
Yeah. Why do you like the bass so much?
It drives the groove. It's everything in the music is based off of the bass. It's what makes people move.
Wonderful answer, especially if you're a bass player and you like bass, you know, and of course that is very true musically. You got to have that push to keep you going and keep it interesting. Now I noticed that you have a 6-string bass.
6 strings, yep.
Why did you decide to go with 6 strings instead of the conventional 4 or 5?
I found this in a music store in 1992 and fell in love with it. I wasn't looking for a 6-string. It's just I picked it up, I played, and it's like, my gosh, I've come home.
Do you find it gives you more possibilities than if you imagine a 4-string?
It's more possibilities, not only just in of pitch, but of tonal quality. Whether I play a note on the high C string or on the G string, it sounds different. Also gives me, you know, an extra 5 notes lower.
Very nice, and it looks like it's burley maple.
No, that is babinga.
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 Okay.
Babinga, and the back is babinga wengi ply.
Excellent, excellent. I know there's a lot of controversy in some areas as to whether it's all electronics or whether it's actually the stock and the materials of the guitar that you're playing. What do you think gives you the tone?
It's some of each. Some of each. This is a very nice piece of wood, but also it's got some very nice custom wound Bartolini pickups made right down on Long Island.
How many pickups have you gone through in this before you settled on that?
These are the original pickups.
Wow.
Never been changed.
That's
They were
incredible.
custom made in the Bartolini shop, and I didn't contract to have it done. It's just what Warwick had done for it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I can't wait to hear some more music from you.
Absolutely. We got some great stuff coming up.
Very good. Thank you.
It's all the same to me if you don't set yourself free. It's gonna leave you bound, drive you on the ground. So don't you think it's time you had a real good cry? It must be hard to dream with all that's in between. Don't let it get you down. It's always easier when you can sew the best round lights you ever had. it's all the same to me. If you don't set yourself free, it's gonna leave you bound and drive you underground. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it go. You've got to learn to hold yourself. It's always easier when you can show best one light you ever had. I said, don't let it get you down. Don't let it go. You gotta learn to hold yourself. It's always easier when you can show the best friend that you ever had, that you ever had.
Okay, this next song we're going to do is a fairly new one, and I think everybody can relate to it. I think everybody may know someone like this. It's called "Despicable You." Despicable you, all the wicked things you say and do. Wicked in the way you play the game, all addicted to the sound of your own name. Despicable you, despicable you, spreading your own gospel like the plague, controlling every minute of the day. Oh, you'll never let anyone get in the way. Despicable you, I have heard that there's more to you than beauty. I see you charm the masses with your short-term smile, but when I see you out there acting victimized, I start to realize the bitter truth. Despicable you, this is when the tables start to turn. This is when the bridges start to burn. This is what becomes of all your lies, and this is what you get when two worlds collide. Despicable you,
how is it to integrate into a new band?
For me, personalities are everything, and I don't like to be in a band that I cannot be friends with the people in the band. I've worked with too many bands where people didn't like each other, and it made for not the best artistic environment. And Diane said, I've got a group, I think you'll really like them. And I listened to the music, and I said, okay, that's good. And then we had a rehearsal, and we got along famously, and I said, okay, this is a band that I can be in. And that's really, at this point in my career, I don't like to work with people I don't like. So that's my story.
I hear that story an awful lot from very successful people in general, and also musicians and other creatives. Why put part of your soul into an art and be in pain while you're doing it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can see there are artistic things that sometimes override, personalities, and you can just say, oh, well, the music's really great, so I'll deal with all the nonsense. But I've done that, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, been there, done
Yeah,
that. Let's
I
move
get
on.
it. There are bands that are famously, hate each other.
Yeah.
And they make great music, but that's, I have a choice.
Yeah.
I can say.
What do you think the future of music is going to be?
God, I wish I knew, because then I would invest in it. I don't know. I'm just hoping it doesn't die. I don't think it will. I think, deep down inside, we all need to hear someone with a good voice sing songs that mean something, and that's the bottom line. And that will, I think, always exist, just maybe not in the same form that we're used to.
Wonderful. I hope you're right, and I would love to hear one more song from you guys to play us out. Once again, I want to thank everybody. Tom, would you like to reintroduce the band, please? Sure. Oh, let's say here. Let me give you a microphone so you can speak and remember how to hold a microphone.
I'll take this musical microphone.
It's like, keep track of that now.
All right, we'll do this quick here so we can get into this last tune. Starting over here to my left, Dar Maloney. She's our vocalist and a rhythm guitar player. She's fantastic. Of course, next to her is Di Davis, our bass player.
Don't upstage me.
Yeah, don't upstage her.
Yeah, you're in her shot.
Yeah, get out of her shot. Over here behind this wonderful-looking drum kit is Mr. Dennis Cotton. All right, and I'm Tom Conklin. Thank you so much for having us.
For more information on the Matchstick Architects or Boom, go ahead and watch the credits, and you're going to find out how to reach everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us.
All right, we're going to do one final song for you guys tonight. This one's called Ready.
Thunder cracks the silence, clouds mask the sky. Up since early this morning, trying to figure out why. Time of love is so almighty, it can bring you to your knees. I wanna be ready, ready, ready when it comes to me. I wanna be ready, I wanna be ready when it comes to me. Now when you meet, you take my hand. Oh, you smile so sweet now, baby. Oh, as if you understand the mystery that runs so deep. I wanna be ready, ready, ready when it comes Now when it comes, I'll be satisfied. When it comes, you know how bad mystified I said now. When it comes, I'll be sanctified. I wanna be ready, ready when it comes to me. I wanna be ready. Oh, I wanna be ready when it comes to me. Ah, now, here comes.